Hello everyone, it's your girl Baroness Bree. Welcome to today's episode of Fabulous Fuckery. Today I am joined by Miss Hilda Gore. She is a wellness and fitness coach. She's coming to check us out today and give us some tips to keep healthy, safe, and some tips for how to help your podcast as well. Hilda, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Bree.
Yay, thank you for coming.
I was so glad to be here. We were just together last week in Orlando. It was so much fun.
Yes.
I've still got my beach hair.
You look amazing. And I got my burnt nose from sunburn. So, Miss Hilda is a certified health coach, fitness professional. She's the host and producer of the Wise Traditions podcast on behalf of the Weston A Foundation. She is a podcasting consultant and the author of Podcasting Made Simple. She is also the DC Metropolitan Regional Director for Body and Soul Fitness. She and her husband live in the Washington, D.C. area with their children, their cat, and their dog. Hilda has the energy to spare because her ancestral health practices and her love of liverwurst. Liverwurst, really?
It's so good.
Now, do you make it yourself?
Oh, no, gosh.
Well, thank you for coming. Is that organic liverwurst?
Yes, I get it from Whole Foods. The thing is, you guys, she wasn't kidding when she said I was into ancestral health stuff, and it just means eating real food like what our ancestors and our grandparents would eat.
Yep.
And you know, they would eat organ meats.
Yep, my grandmother loved it.
And think about scrapple. Like some people are like, oh no, scrapple. It is different, right? Like pig leftover parts, but those parts still have a lot of nutrients in them. So just don't be afraid of real food that your ancestors ate because they were a lot healthier than we are today.
You know what? You're right. My grandmother ate hoghead cheese.
Yes.
I mean, that is just one of the grossest things I've ever seen before in my life. But they all live to be very healthy. They enjoy their lifestyles. You know, they and if you could eat that, you can eat anything. But
absolutely.
I want to talk to you about health because she's a health and fitness coach. If you ever look at her Instagram or her Facebook Live, she's like outside frolicking in the cold and, you know, teaching us about how to keep the UV rays from out of our eyes with your new red, you know, you had the light blocking glasses in your last live.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is really interesting. So do you have any tips? Because everyone's all getting beach body ready for the summer.
Yeah.
Do you have any fitness tips for our whole body self, not just, you know, the parts you can see in a bikini?
I absolutely do. This is the funny thing, you guys. I feel like a lot of people think, okay, I want to get in shape. That means I got to hit the gym hard, you know, or run at 5 a.m, and I have to limit what I eat, you know, exercise more and eat less. That's actually not the secret. Mm-hmm. Those things are probably okay, but there's some simple things you can do to improve your health that don't involve a diet in particular or even working out. And they have to do with what Bree just said. It has to do with getting outside. Mm-hmm. The sunlight can kind of hit our inner being, if you will. It kind of sets your circadian rhythm and your body to work on a cellular level differently. And this is kind of mind-blowing because, girl, I was always a night owl.
Right.
So I'd be on my computer late at night. I'd wake up late as I could and just run to work or whatever.
That's me.
And yeah, exactly. It's a lot of us. But now I have changed my ways, and this is how I did it. I started getting outside within the first half hour after sunrise. So within 30 minutes of sunrise, I'd get outside and just try to almost make eye contact with the sun for 15 minutes straight, right?
Wow.
Doesn't matter what the weather is. And when you do that, it like wakes you up better than coffee from Starbucks. Like it's amazing. Not only that, but I feel like naturally your body starts to function better so that the calories that you take in don't just go to fat. Like I feel more defined in a way physically than I have even from working out a lot. So it's really, really interesting. So think about just this one thing, getting outside more. If possible, get that sunrise light within the first half an hour of sunrise, get 15 minutes. And then you'll be like, but wait, no, I like to stay up late. You will be surprised how your body will shift. Like I like getting to bed a little bit early now.
Okay.
So that's one thing is getting outside. And the other thing is just changing the timing of when you eat. They did a study with nurses and, you know, nurses, oh my gosh, God bless them because they're working hard to care for other people, but they don't have time to take care of themselves.
Nope.
They're keeping notes on the charts and going from room to room and attending to the patients' bedpans. I don't even know what all. I don't want to know. It's bad. It's a bad scene, but they're working as hard as they can. So what they did was they took these nurses and said, don't change anything about what you're eating. It can be crap, basically candy, pizza, whatever it is, but just change the timing. These nurses changed the timing of when they were eating, and their incidences of breast cancer went down and of diabetes and all these things, and their body weight composition changed, as far as I believe. I'll try to remember to give you the show notes, that little link, so you can find the study for yourself. But the point is, I've been trying to eat more just during the day, which might sound like, okay, that make sense. You're not going to eat when you're sleeping.
But you snack at night.
Right. I mean, like, start at, let's say, 7 a.m. and stop at 7 p.m. And then you give your body like 12 hours to rest. And again, that helps your body digest better. You're not like eating and then immediately going to sleep, so you can't even burn the calories off. So it's really like a little game shifter. But those are two little things you guys can do to think about just getting Beachbody ready. But the other thing I want to say is everybody is ready for the beach.
Exactly.
So do not like hate on yourself if you're like, I'm overweight. Nobody cares. Just enjoy your life. That's a part of wellness too.
I like that. Everyone has a beach body. Just put on a bathing suit.
That's right. And you got the beach body.
All right. Now I have a question for you. What fitness trends do you think are coming up for the summer that are either going to be good ideas or problematic? Is there anything you recommend?
Well, there are two things I can think of, and I already alluded to one with the light. So it is a trend for people to wear the blue blocking glasses. And just to be clear about what they do, so the sunlight, if you think about it, it's a full spectrum of light. I'm not going to get too scientific right now. But the point is there's all these colors of the rainbow kind of in the light. But when you're under fluorescent light like we are right now or at home watching a TV, it's called blue light. And that interferes with your body's natural circadian rhythm, right? So that's why I actually do have my glasses right here. I wear these blue blockers. First of all, I feel like Bono, or a rock star when I wear them. So I mean, it's not that bad. It's a little different. But then what it does is it makes it so I am sleepy at night, and this light isn't telling my body, or at least not my eyes, that it's the middle of the day. I used to think I was superhuman when I would be up late at night working on my computer. I was like, everyone's sleeping, but I can stay up till 1, 2. It doesn't matter. I didn't realize that the light was stimulating my pineal gland and confusing my body about what time it was.
So that's why I'm never sleepy.
That's why you're never sleepy.
Okay.
So you guys, this is another hack. It's a good health hack. Either wear blue blockers, but if you're like, no, I can't go there. Okay, that's okay. What you can do is shut down your devices just a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Stop watching TV, turn off your computer, turn off your cell phone. You're actually giving yourself a chance to relax.
Okay.
And you might get sleepy earlier too, and you're giving your eyes a break. Like, it's just phenomenal. So this is an important health trend.
Okay.
The other thing I want to say is, believe it or not, group fitness is still trending.
Okay.
And I say that because I've actually been a group fitness instructor for a while, and you might think, oh, that's so old school. But there really is strength in numbers. Like, if you know you're going to see a friend at the body pump class at 10 a.m., you're more likely to show up than if you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to run. And then you're like, well, I didn't get there. Oh, well. So, like, embrace that. Find friends who like to do what you do, or go to a club or a gym, or I teach body and soul fitness, which is amazing. Classes that are actually held in churches, which is so fun. Find a community that can help you stick to what you want to do, because movement is important, truly.
I've been doing Zumba. I do Zumba like once a week.
That's great.
I'm trying to stay with it.
That's so great.
But it's group classes, especially like group dance classes.
Yep.
You can compete with the lady in the line in front of you in your head, like I'm competing. Or you move. Our instructor actually makes us change the line. So when you get in there, he goes, okay, everyone, now this line goes in the back, this line goes in the front. So now everyone gets to get in the front. And, he says we're all channeling our inner Beyonce. And, it's a fun class.
Fun. Dance, there's nothing like it. Interestingly, because I am about ancestral health, other cultures and traditional peoples around the world, they didn't work out. You know what I mean? They didn't go let me lift these logs 20 times. But they had functional fitness as a part of their lifestyle, but they also all had dance.
Yes.
They all have music all around the world. So if you're like, oh, I can't get into the gym, goodness, do a dance class. Do salsa with Sylvia. That's in Columbia Heights. There's all kinds of programs you can find, something that's going to suit your needs.
Okay, and when you give me links for that so we can put it on the website?
Sure,
okay, absolutely, because I'm all for everyone getting outside and just trying something different.
Yep.
So, fitness 2019, let's do it. In addition to all of this that she just talked about, especially with the red glasses, I like them. They are very Bono-ish. But she is a supreme podcaster. She actually, Hilda, I took a class over the last summer, met Hilda, told her my idea, and she was like, well, why aren't you podcasting already? And my response was, I don't know, I'm scared. And you showed me the resources I could use and the tools that were available, and I appreciate you so much because I've learned so much. I call her my pod mother. The whole time we were at Podfest, people were like, oh my God, Hilda. And I'm like, she's my pod mother. And, people were like, oh, you should. And now you've motivated me to kick it up a notch. And Charlie at the Podcast Village have just been awesome. And so DC has a very tight-knit podcasting community. We want everyone to win. And, she has over 1.7 million downloads. That means 1.7 million people have listened to some way, shape, and form of her current podcast, Wise Traditions. I have learned a lot. The foundation that you work with, they have some amazing, this is amazing content. You guys are a powerhouse. So what did you do? What's your secret sauce? What are you doing to make $1.7 million not dollars, people love you?
The dollars would be nice too. But the money will come. I think people should really pursue their passion and raise their voices. That's why I'm in this podcasting space, because it's way easier than I thought too, you guys. At first I thought, gosh, it's so intimidating. They talk about the tech and the board and the remote interviews and how are you going to manage all that? But if you have the heart, you'll figure out those pieces. Yep. And Bree's giving me more credit than is due, because honestly, I feel like I'm the coach that tells the runner where to go, and if she's the one that took off down the track, do you know what I mean? So it's really fun to watch. So the reason I started podcast coaching is because I did have this bit of success, and what I realized is it's really about three things. Like I said, number one, it's the passion. Number two, it's about the content. Like you can't just have, you could have a person on and shoot the breeze about your favorite show. There are a lot of fan shows out there. Actually, that's fine. But if you're just kind of wasting time, your audience has things to do also. So you really want to make sure you're offering them something important. So whatever you decide you want to focus on, and it can be anything. It can be, a TV show or entrepreneurship or, the spice of life, whatever it is, just make sure you're bringing value added to the listener. I think that's one reason the show's gone well, is because when we came out of the gate, so to speak, I wanted to make sure we had some heavy hitting guests who had some books under their name and some experience that they could bring to the table, and we've kind of tried to keep up that level of guests, because it is a interview kind of show like this. And then the third thing is it's promotion. Really, I think it's really important not just to bake the cake, but to make sure people know that it's for sale.
Yes.
So I'm like, this is great if we have something, but let's put it out there. So I've kind of gotten into the social media space some, because I realized, I need to tell people, and it's not like I'm just trying to say, look at me, look at me. I'm trying to say, look at what I have to offer, because this is important for you, for your health, for your wellness, for your life, for motivation and inspiration.
Yes, ma'am. No, you actually do an amazing job of, this podcasting time. It's health and wellness time. You do a great transition. We know what to expect from your brand. What suggestions do you have for people who are all over the place, who are trying to figure out their niche?
Oh man, that's a toughie, because I'm a girl like you that likes to dabble in a lot of different things. I like to sing. I like to do this. I like to do that.
And she can sing.
I think about that. I watched the video of me at the club. I was like, but anyway, sometimes when you go back, you kind of criticize yourself. But be that as it may, how can people settle down? Well, I would say, you know what John Lee Dumas says, and we learned this at the conference. Focus, he said. Focus. Follow one course until success.
Yes.
So I have done a lot of different things, and then I realized, oh my gosh, they all fall under the wellness umbrella. So like I'm a fitness professional. I teach classes, right? I'm a health coach. I got certified by the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. I have spirituality. I'm a person of faith. So I thought, how can I tie all these things together? Plus, I like to inspire people with podcasting and all. And I thought, Holistic Hilda can be that all-encompassing brand. So I would say, look and see if there's a thread or a theme among all the things you do. You might think they're all really random, and then suddenly realize, oh my gosh, I love talking to people when I'm working at the veterinarian clinic. I, do this Toastmasters club or whatever. Like you realize all of a sudden it's all communications. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you might be surprised, but you might be able to identify one thing, and then do try to focus on that one thing, because it will help your audience know what to expect, and it will give them the value added, and then you'll have that connection that's needed for growth.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love how you sum that up. I just want to tell you I appreciate you. I admire you. Guys, please check her out. Can you give people the best way to contact you? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
Absolutely. I'm at Holistic Hilda on Instagram and also on Twitter. I've got my website, which is holistichilda.com. And if you're thinking, gosh, she and Bree have got me thinking, like, should I start a show? just go to holistichilda.com, contact me, and I'll do a free 15-minute consult with you. That's all I did with Bree, I promise.
Thank you.
And maybe in my book. And then all of a sudden, boom, she was out and off to the races, and she's doing phenomenal work. So I'm so glad you had me on the show.
No, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I guess I can't explain to you how excited I am. She said yes. So guys, if you wanted to listen to the show, if you can tell people to subscribe, pass it on. You can find me on baronessbree.com. The website fabulousfuckery.com has been completely revamped. Please check it out. You can find us on any place you can download a podcast, and also check out our new YouTube channel on is youtube.com/fabulousfuckery. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and do well. Emerge fabulous in spite of every little bit of fuckery, and have a great one.
Love you.